Hello. We're waiting.
Hello, hello, hello.
Anybody?
All right, Cheryl, what are we up to tonight?
Um, Tonight I am scrapping with. Let me go get it. I had to
We
come
got
back over.
Brenda here to scrap with us tonight.
Yes.
Hey, Brenda.
Brenda, are you Brendazzle?
Yes.
I featured her layout on Instagram.
Oh, how exciting. Okay, so tonight I'm scrapping, starting out live scrapping with Graduation Day by Ponytails Designs. And it's so cute. So cute. And I'm going to do another layout about Daniel. Yeah. So you get, ping flares, you get the sticker, and you get a PDF to print if that's your jam. So let's see here. Again. Start. I think what I'm going to do is kind of fan these out on either side. Let's see.
Fan.
Fan,
Fan 'em
fan,
out.
fan them out. Okay.
I like this. You're buying, you're scrapping cool graduation, and I am buying kits to scrap stuff from 6th grade for my kid.
Oh, oh man, it came so fast. Then it was gone. Okay.
Can I tell you what else I bought tonight? Because it's funny.
What?
So Kelly Banks Creative has a Beaver Mart kit for Buc-ee's.
Yes, yes, she
I
does.
bought it today
It.
because
I
every
need to
time we
scrap
go
for
to
that.
Florida, we stop at Buc-ee's, and the one time the only place we stopped was Buc-ee's. So we have pictures at like 2 a.m. at Buc-ee's because we were determined to make it home that night.
Yeah, you're like,
And we had like breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Buc-ee's. It was like a 15-hour drive. It wasn't like we stopped every couple hours. It was literally like a 15-hour drive. So we stopped at Buc-ee's the whole way.
you're like, we did.
Well, we knew they'd have good snacks and decent food prices,
Right?
and we knew they'd have gas and clean restrooms, and we wouldn't have to wait.
Yep.
And those are really important when you're on a long drive because I hate when I stop somewhere. Like normally you can depend on like Wendy's for having good restrooms. McDonald's can be crapshoot. Lately
Yeah.
Wendy's has been a crapshoot. So I'm just like, and I've stopped at gas stations where I've gotten out and I'm like, no, I'd rather be on the side of the road. I'm like, I appreciate when I know. Oh, yeah, no. There was one time I walked in and I said, actually, there was one time my husband walked into his side of the restroom and he walked out and he said, if it's anything like mine, we will stop somewhere else for you. And I was like, oh, great. Yeah, we stopped somewhere else.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, the restrooms, and you have to have traveled. I don't know that they do them as much north south, but they definitely do them east west, where they have like the state restrooms you can stop at. And
Yes.
so they're just, rest stops, rest areas.
Yep.
Some of those are really nice, and it tends to go by state. And some of them are really gross. And
Yes.
one of them we stopped at was literally a toilet seat on a porta potty. Like a
Oh.
hole in the ground, and the toilet seat was sitting like 2 feet off the ground. Like it wasn't even that high off the ground. So I was just like, this is really bad. That gas station we stopped at was worse than that.
Oh.
It was that bad that I was like, yeah, I'd rather be on the side of the road.
Have you ever actually peed on the side of the road?
Yes, I have actually peed on the side of the road, and not just as a child.
Um, Olivia, should I tell her the story?
It's about me, so sure.
She's just asking permission first.
It's about you.
It's
No.
not about me.
Oh yeah. So you're like,
I don't
whatever.
care.
Whatevs.
It's your life. It's your channel.
Your
I know
life
what your
is your
dad would
channel.
say. Your dad would be like, um, you don't have to tell them everything. And I'm like, baby, there's like 8 people coming. No, there's
True.
not a whole lot of people coming.
Brenda
It's not.
says the I-95 rest stops where Florida bends into the Panhandle are pretty nice.
Yeah, I
Good to
haven't
know.
traveled much in a long time, but I'll keep this kind of clean here. We had, when we first moved into our house that we had bought brand new, had not made a payment on yet. A hurricane came through and a big pine tree fell on my house, and it was very disturbing. So a few weeks later, when another hurricane was coming towards us, and Jim Cantori was on the Weather Channel saying utter devastation was coming, I was like, well, we're not staying here for that. We're not doing it. So I didn't want to leave my granny and my aunt behind. So we took them and we took Jay's grandma. Now, mind you, they're like in their 80s at this point. Olivia was just a little girl. And
I was not alive.
you were not alive. You were not alive.
You were so little, you weren't even alive yet.
Oh my God. See, my brain, y'all, my brain. Y'all need to do some meditation, say some prayers, whatever. Anyway, we ended up at a high school. We ended up at a high school in Georgia at a Red Cross shelter. So it was very uncomfortable. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, we decided we were leaving. So the interstate had trees all over it. It was like a, you know, ping pong, um, just turning here, turning there. Well, we had, I think it was ham and some kind of vegetable or something else. And none of us had eaten very much, but that was not agreeing with me. So I flashed my lights and we pulled off. And I was telling Jay, I got to go. This is bad news. And so we're just right off of the interstate. I mean, like, we took the exit and then pulled off on the side of the road. And so I get out and I'm walking, walking, walking. I'm like, it's black, just pitch black. But you could see a house far off in the distance. Well, Jay's grandma decides she needs to go, but we had a Beretta, so it had like a big long door when you opened it up. And so she got out and she just stood right there. And I was driving my dad's truck and the lights were shining on the Beretta. And she just drops trowel right there for my granny and my aunt to see her go into the restroom. And I was like, what is she doing? And then all of a sudden you hear, hey, hey, you can't be doing that here. I was like, oh my God.
And you're like, what rule stops me?
I'm like, I don't know what's happening here, but I no longer needed to go to the bathroom because it scared me so bad. So we get back in the cars, and I was like, we've never evacuated for a hurricane since then. We're just like going to take our chances where we are. And my granny told me, well, she told my aunt when they got back, she said, I don't care how much Cheryl begs, I'm not leaving this house for a hurricane. And my aunt was in the little back seat of my dad's truck, and she's plus size, and so she was telling me and my husband when we got home, and she said, y'all are gonna have to blast me out of here. I think she said, y'all are gonna have to blast me right out of here. Oh my God. And then on the way there, the evacuation was horrible. So there was, it kept, going down to one lane. People were trying to get off on the exits. And so every time we met with this type of traffic situation, my aunt would say, "Look at that bottlenecking up there. That's a bottleneck." She said it once, she said it 30 times.
Oh my gosh. And you're like, okay, we heard you the first 15.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm an inside girl. I don't like to camp. I'm not a big fan of camping. And wasn't a big fan of that either. And I'm obviously, I can't even remember that my child was not born.
I think that's awesome. I mean, maybe I shouldn't think it's awesome, but I think it's pretty awesome.
I'm
You
like,
know why I think it's awesome? This is why I think it's awesome. It's only fair that I share this. Because my dad calls me up all the time and he's like, "Hey, do you remember these people?" And I'll be like, "Well, where did we know them?" Because as you know, I've moved so much as a child. Usually if he tells me the town, I have an idea of how old I was. And he'll be like, "Oh, well, it was when we lived here." Be like, "Dad, yeah, I was 6 months old. No, I don't remember them. Sorry." Like all the time. And I'm always under the age of 4. And he's like, "Don't you remember these people?"
you're like,
We moved over
no.
20 times. No, I don't remember every single person I met in 20 years of moving. I am sorry. Do you know how many people you introduced me to? But my favorite is always when he calls and he's like, "Yeah, like at this time, you would have met them at this." Dad, I was 2 months old. Nope, I don't remember. Are you sure? Yep, pretty positive. I do not remember them. I was 2 months old. Not 2 months.
Oh my gosh.
So, it's funny because I think we reached this point where we believe people have been part of our life for so long. Like, I'll do it sometime with my husband. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, don't you remember this?" And he'll be like, "I think that's before we got married." "Oh, wait, there was a time of that?" Because we've been married for a really long time. And so I think that's the problem you hit with the kids. Like, you're just like, "Oh, yeah, you've been here forever. So, of course you remember this."
Right.
Like, I forget.
Olivia's
Of course
voice
I
though.
do.
She's like, "Mom, I wasn't even born."
Well, it's like
I
with my siblings, when some of these big events have happened, like, for example, because it's an easy one to pick out, 9/11. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, don't you remember flying before 9/11?" And all my siblings who were like 5, 6, not born yet, are like, "No." I'm like, "Oh,
No.
yeah, sorry. It feels like you guys, you've been part of the family for so long. It feels like you should have known that, but I
Right.
get why you don't."
I
So, but it takes a
understand.
moment to remember, "Oh, yeah, you were that little. Never mind."
Olivia can attest that my brain is not working
The
That's
on
okay.
many levels.
the
I don't
elephant
know
brain has left the building.
what.
The elephant brain has left the building.
Well, I still have my elephant brain memories, but they stop at some point. They only
Uh,
keep track of like
you're not
old
saving
stuff.
any new ones. Yeah.
Right. It's all full up in there.
I think you also have to go, yeah, it's an SD and I just made like 36,000 templates.
Yeah. This is
So that
true.
takes
This
brain
is true.
power. See? You know.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
And Jan popped in too. And I think, did I say Renee was
Good.
here? I had to let Renee know, follow up from yesterday. I bought the stormy weather kit. We never did lose
Stormy
power last night, but
weather.
I did buy the kit.
Yes.
Sometimes you just have to know.
Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. I think the whole issue that I'm having is from the medication that I take and the fact that I'm in a pretty significant amount of pain right now. So I'm going to use that. I'm calling that as my excuse for my
I think that's a
forgetfulness.
very valid explanation.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
I don't think you even
Like,
gotta call that an excuse. That's just the way of it
yep.
currently.
Yep. And I've been looking back at older pictures, and so I was like, oh wow, I could still do that then.
I can still do
I
that.
Oh, look, I'm sitting on the floor. That's different.
Oh my goodness. That's okay.
Yeah.
I had the old moment the other day.
I do
We were
Olivia
sitting
though,
on the
'cause
ground.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, we were sitting on the ground and I went to get up and I was like, nope, I'm too old for this. Everything hurts.
Right? Getting older is craziness. It's crazy pants. Crazy pants. So have y'all been like shopping? Have you gotten have you started filling up your carts? Because there's like a ridiculous amount of product.
I went shopping, but you knew that because I said so.
Yes.
But Brenda says this is her first NSD on your CT and she is exhausted. She probably should have waited to make pages for Olivia with your kids so she didn't have to post for both of you. She'll never learn though.
Yeah. I'm so
sorry you have to
sorry.
wait so long.
Renee says, Courtney, wait till you can't even get down. Oh. And
Yeah.
Anna says, the thing that amazes me is how fast I can go from, wow, I could bend my body like this to, I have fallen and I can't get up.
That's good.
Oh. Brenda says she's trying to shop now, but she's magically forgotten everything she wanted to buy.
Oh,
That's why I use the wish list feature. Because then I go through my
and
wish list and I go, wait, why did I want to buy this?
well, I think there is like there's bingo and there's another thing.
There's a
The
social
wish
thing where if
list.
you post on social, you could potentially win too, I think.
Yes.
Anna
And
says she hasn't started shopping, but after she finishes this bowl of soup, she will. What kind of soup is it?
which is Anna new? I don't
Anna Johnson. I do not know. Anna, are you new? Have you been here before? Lynn says she is shopping while listening to us all. And I think Lynn, I'm going to guess that's our Lynn Zant. Is that correct? Or am I guessing wrong? Because, sometimes I like to make up names for people.
yeah.
Oh,
And I don't
got
know if everybody was there or here last night to find out about the prize.
Anna was not here last night. She actually says this is her first time catching a live.
Oh yay.
And Lynn was not here last night, or she wasn't chatty, so I didn't see her. Anna says, but she's used your templates for years. So I'm gonna
Oh,
guess she loves your templates.
yay. That's very
Renee
happy.
says she didn't see any kits that appealed to her. I actually bought all old kits that I've had on my wish list. So I get that sometimes the new stuff doesn't appeal to me right now, but sometimes it's the older stuff. Like I said, I picked up a colonial kit and a museum kit and the stormy weather kit. Those are all old kits.
Well,
Lynn posted 29 pages. Oh my goodness.
and
You're
it's
like,
Lynn's aunt?
yes.
Yes. Wow.
Like, oh my goodness. You're a scrapaholic, girl. I need tips from
Right?
you.
Right? That is
Holy
serious.
cow, that's awesome. Renee says, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Hey, there's no shame in it.
No, there isn't. I mean, that's why there's a store-wide sale, so you can buy new or old.
I
You
know.
may
And I
just be
appreciate
having
that.
something that, you've been holding out for, and now's the time. And you get that crazy, incredible collab. The bold, beautiful, and
And
bright.
bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually threw an extra thing from my wish list in that I wasn't going to get right now because I was like, ooh, if I do that, then I get the extra collab. And that's like getting 3 extra kits. So I
Yeah.
should buy it now because that's like getting a bonus kit.
Because they are fabulous, if I do say so myself.
I mean, you're slightly biased, but we'll let you say that because they
Yes,
are pretty cool.
they are. So
I say oh,
go ahead.
we're only biased to the ones we contributed to.
I know.
I can
That's what I
say
figured.
beautiful and bright are amazing because I didn't put anything in them, so it's unbiased.
Yeah.
But it's a 3-pack, so it doesn't matter which one you contributed to.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's all together this time, which is
All right.
cool.
So, Anna, stormy weather is the one that I bought that was the weather one because it has things like power outage listed. And we've had an issue with that lately. And then I picked up 2 moment in times from Megan's Creations. And one of them was Renaissance, but where's the museum kit? Captivating Cathedrals. I didn't know this one existed, and then somebody showed it in like somewhere along the lines, and I was like, I need that kit. So it's Captivating Cathedrals by Erica Zane.
Yes. Shall I show you my layout with it?
Sure.
I don't know.
You scrapped with it and I missed it. Oh, you know what? I did buy something new, and it's Cheryl's fault. I bought the Happy Hobby brick toys
Well, yeah, and I guess I should share that.
because
Let's
that was
see.
yesterday's layout, and I have so many Lego pictures that, yeah, I've grabbed
Yeah.
that one.
Okay, let's see. Plan progress.
Brenda says her budget is always hits or exceeds the free with purchase threshold.
I love that.
I'm
Okay,
like,
this is the kit that she's talking about that I scrapped with last night. So if you weren't here, there's that page of my son when he was 10, and he's now going to be 20 in June. So, am I caught up? No, I'm not caught up.
but you have more done than somebody else might, so you're still
That's
winning.
right. That's right, because there are a lot of people who do not memory keep like either traditional scrapbooking or digital scrapbooking. But Facebook, other social media is a great way to keep track of your memories as well. But I wouldn't trust them entirely, because they could just be like, oh, we're not going to exist anymore. All
You can
right.
download your stuff, by the way. I've done that quite often. Every time I get mad and decide to delete my Facebook account before I have another CT who decides to use it, I go in and delete or download my Facebook stuff so you can pull up all of that information. Anna says she's feeling called out with that free with purchase threshold, Brenda. Do you know what though? I kind of do the same thing. I'm always like, okay, do I want to spend that much? Like for this, it's $30. I'm like, do I want to spend $30? Let me see what I have and how close I'll get if I pick up some of those kits I've been wanting. And then I'll be like super close. Like this one, I think I was $5 shy. And I was like, yeah, let's throw another kit in or just under $5. Oh, Brenda's going to get the stormy weather and she's considering the Lego too. I like them both. After seeing Cheryl with the Lego one, I'm just, yeah, there's a lot in it. And I was like, that's
Yeah.
perfect. And we went to Legoland. So, hi, I have a whole little trip of that to scrap. I've only scrapped a couple of those layouts so far. And it says, you never know if someone tries to get you banned for something ridiculous, too. That's
Yes,
true. But
that
she'll
is
save
very true.
links on Facebook when she posts about something important and then she copies it to the journal app. That's a really good one.
I will do a screenshot and I will scrap the screenshot with
Ooh, then you don't
with
even
the
have to
photo.
rewrite it.
No, I just do a little screenshot and I'm like, yeah, that works.
So
Okay, I'm
I've
going to
been
call this
screenshotting
one
my kid's
done.
Snapchat stuff lately because he likes to post about how he's doing on his video games. He'll be like, oh, I don't even know, but basically he won. I just can't remember what they call it on his particular
Right.
game. And so I'll be like, let me go ahead and grab that screenshot. And so I have like all these Snapchat screenshots to scrap for him. Because
Okay.
I always have the other side of it with him sitting at the computer.
So since Anna wasn't here last night, she's the only one. I think everybody else already knows that tonight I'm giving away a template set, maybe 2, and I have a template challenge that's in the forum, and you can, once you scrap the layout with the template, then you're entered for a chance to win the template set of your choice. And there's a secondary prize that you get 5 layouts custom scrapbooked by me using your photos and journaling. So, and then somebody last night said that would be fabulous if you got permission to scrap those during the next live in June, which I thought that's fun, you know? So there are all those wonderful things happening. All right.
I like when you set things up behind the scenes and that doesn't get deleted when you move it in the front of the scenes.
Yep. You're like,
Like, hi, Sarah. The Lego kit is a brand new kit. I don't know
okay.
if my links show up. I can't remember if we fixed that or not, but I tried to link to Cheryl's post for you
All right. So,
because it's actually in the National Scrapbook Day spot. It's
yeah.
not in the normal designer hosted challenges. Yes, Jan, the Lego one is a brand new kit that just released today,
Yeah.
officially today.
And then,
It's Happy Hobby,
yeah.
is what it's called.
Okay. So right now, I'm going to grab this designed by Soco kit. It's called Good Vibes. Look how happy that is. Just bright, happy colors. And this guy makes me happy. So I thought I'd make a little love page.
A little bit of
A
love.
little bit of love. Little bit of love. And I'm going to try something. 1, 2.
So, Lynn, now you have a page you can, get inspired by and maybe come back and scrap lift from after you go to your daughter's graduation.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to grab these journal cards. I don't usually do pocket pages, um, and I'm not going to do them tonight either. But yeah,
I want somebody who does pocket pages all the time to win your little five
yeah,
layout thing.
yeah.
And you're like, okay, I have to scrap a
Oh
pocket page.
gosh, yeah, it's gonna be bad.
We should just give it to you as a challenge one night. We're like, okay, that's what we need. We need a wheel that we spin, and we're like, okay, Cheryl, tonight you have to use 3 journal cards and make it a pocket page. Go.
Love that.
Oh Lord, Jesus,
I
it's
didn't know
gonna
I
be
liked pocket scrapping until this year. I think you might like it more than you would think, Mom, because it
Ooh.
doesn't have to be simple.
yeah,
We could up it. We could have Liv and you do it, and you both work on your own layouts, and we'll be like, okay, let's see what you do with these. Like Chopped.
yes,
We'll have a
Oh, give
little
us
Chopped
ingredients.
competition. We'll be like, all right, you both have to use this, this, and this. Go.
okay. So I thought it might be cute if I had them like this.
Oh, with all the happy journal cards behind it.
Yeah, like a little, almost like a little fan, but not quite. I'm not gonna rotate that till I do my journaling.
Anna, I totally get love-hate relationship with pocket layouts. I really like them. I found that my favorite to use them for is when I go on a trip and I have a lot of photos that I want to show, but I don't want to have like 12 pages where I put 3 or 4 pictures on a page or even like 5, and I can just do like boom, 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 a whole bunch of pocket pages, and then I don't have to, like, I'll scrap a pretty page and then like 2 pocket pages so that it gets more of them done that don't need, all of the story because the story's on the first one. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
using
I've
my hands
done.
a lot, and when I use my hands a lot, I start to think I'm probably not making sense. You need to make really fun pocket templates, Cheryl, Brenda suggests.
Make really fun ones. Okay, listen. Don't bark, please. Thank you. You need to get
So,
down.
have you tried, Cheryl, the whole turning your layout to journal, your canvas? Like, it's a new feature that's really weird that Photoshop just added.
No.
Like the last update or the update before, you can
Okay.
actually, I'm trying to figure out if it's the bottom button maybe on the left-hand side on the toolbar, maybe. But you can actually turn the canvas. So then when you write your journaling, it's weird. I tried it
Okay.
once and it was, nope, that should generate. I don't know. I'm not enough
Change
of a
screen
Photoshop
mode. Generate
guru,
images. Edit.
but you can actually do that. And I was like, that's funky. And that's the only thing I've thought of to use it for
Well,
is
I don't know what I
journaling.
just did now.
Sorry, I broke it.
You try breaking it?
I'm
It
like,
was working so well, I had to suggest how to break it.
okay. There we go. I was
It's
panicking there
not
for a second.
the canvas, though. What is it called?
That is really weird. That it's okay. There. That was a little masking tool I need to play with.
Yeah, Anna says that that's how she feels about pocket pages, but the aesthetic part of her is like, I must make it excessively pretty. Yeah, I kind of feel that. She also says she's been using Photoshop for 25 years, and I am super duper impressed by that. That's
Wow.
like a long time. And she
It
says her mind is
is.
still blown at them adding these things under the radar that I find out about with stuff like this. Yeah, I it's a brand new thing they like just changed. And I
She's
know
gonna
because I tried it.
she's gonna she's gonna go find it. She won't be able to stop herself.
I can't. I am
I know.
trying to look because I have my
Yeah.
noisy keyboard. You can hear it.
I don't care. I'm just saying. You wouldn't be able to let it go. I know you.
I won't. And the worst part about it is I probably still won't be able to figure it out. And they'll be like tomorrow. I'll be like, or Sunday. I'll be like, hey, guess what? I figured out what it
I
was.
figured it out.
I figured it out.
I did it.
Oh,
I did it. I did it.
yeah. That's bugging me now because I know I saw it and I was like, huh, that's a really weird thing, but okay, that's kind of cool. Brenda goes, oh, I think I've been using Photoshop for 20 plus years now. That's crazy. So Anna says most of her early Photoshop use was her as a teen mucking around with version 3. Her real instruction didn't start until we upgraded to 7. That's still impressive.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot. That's a really impressive.
Very, very impressive. Okay. Put that underneath. I love thread in a kit. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do.
You use it so well. I always struggle with using it.
I'm like, I'm gonna tuck it back here and over there. Here and there and everywhere.
Okay, is it this rotate view that I used the one day? So you can rotate the view of your canvas. without actually changing the canvas or something like that. I don't know. Trying to figure out which one it is. But yeah, it's funky.
Funky, funky.
Maybe they got rid of it because nobody used it. They're like, we put this in and nobody wanted to use it, so we took it out. And now I'm the only one who knows it once existed. I'm like, yeah, this thing once existed where you could do this.
You're like, I promise. I promise it was really there.
Renee says she's been using Paint Shop Pro for almost 30 years. And it says she was 13 making googly eyes on people with pictures taken with her dad's pics from his quick take camera. Do you know what? I just imagine that, and that's hilarious. Because whenever we get Google Eye stickers, the little kid goes and puts them on all of the things. So all of a sudden you'll look down, you're like, why does my sugar have googly eyes? So I just imagine every photo, your parents sitting down going, why does Uncle Tim have googly eyes? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I like those videos where they go into the grocery store and they put googly eyes on everything.
I haven't seen those.
You haven't? They'll
No.
it's like usually a person or a character on a box or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they'll put big googly eyes, sometimes small, and they're just like dying laughing.
So like all of a sudden Tony the Tiger has big googly eyes and is looking at you as you walk
Exactly.
down. Oh, that would be so funny, but also freaky.
Yeah, it was quite amusing to me anyway.
Oh, Lynn says Cheryl kept me scrapping when I was ready to give up on PSC after her computer broke. Brenda
Aw.
loves to googly eye everything. It was a joy when she worked at summer camp.
Well, summer camp. Were you like a
Yeah.
camp counselor? If you were, yes, they deserve it. They deserve the googly eyes treatment.
They deserve the googly eyes. Yeah, that would be, I don't know, it'd be fun. I think you should Google eye like the salad bar. So when you're walking along a salad bar and all of a sudden there's eyes staring back at you and you're like, wait, what? But like on the outside, so it's sanitary and all that stuff. It'd just be funny.
What happened was
Mhm.
what happened?
Mhm. It's like my snack box that at the bottom says the snacks are gone. It's time to go home. So you're walking along the salad bar and all of a sudden you see eyes staring at you like, are you really going to get 3 pieces of cheesecake? And you're like, maybe.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
What are you
Googly
gonna do
eyes
about it?
for you to
What are you
judge.
gonna do?
Exactly. I don't know. Now I kind of want to do that. Walk around and put Google eyes up everywhere.
Yeah, I think that would be
That'd
like
be kind
a
of fun.
fun thing. It reminds me of
I really enjoy that.
when we went around at ScrapCon, and I had to dance behind that poor man who he didn't even know what I was doing.
I still have
That
a
was
picture of that.
fantastic, wasn't it?
It's one of those pictures that's actually printed at my house.
Are you serious? Oh my god!
Because I put in the scavenger hunt into my little book that I made of ScrapCon, and one of the scavenger hunt pictures is Cheryl. Good thing I didn't know how to do QR codes when I did that.
Yeah,
probably a good thing I don't take much video.
It's something else now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's funny. So Brenda says she ran one of the activity rooms called Earth Adventures. It quickly evolved into Shell Friends hanging from my ID lanyard. I love that for you. That's so cool. So I'm looking at my desk, and there's a big old hard drive sitting here. Why is there a hard drive sitting on my desk? Oh, yeah, I bought that for my kid, and I've still forgotten to give it to him. Because he keeps running out of space because he plays he doesn't play too many games. He has like a couple, but they're all big. And I didn't realize when we got his computer how big some of these games are. Like, they're massive. I thought Photoshop and scrapping was bad. Some of these games are crazy big. So instead of, upgrading his computer like he wants, I just bought him an external hard drive that was cheap.
There
if you want to upgrade your computer, you can do that on your own money, honey.
Yeah.
But hey, I bought you an external hard drive. It's just funny when you don't realize, because you know when you buy something or you get something and it just sits forever and all of a sudden it just becomes part of the vision.
Yep.
And then you start looking, you're like, wait, what is that? Why is that still sitting on my
Well,
desk?
last night, the lights were turned out, but I have lamps everywhere, like nightlight lamps, and one of them is on our coffee bar. And so we have like the wooden, wainscoting, I guess they call it, with trim at the top. And the way that the light was hitting that trim, it was given this weird shadow that looked like a lizard. And I just stood there frozen, staring at
Yeah.
the shadow, and I was like, I can't get to my bedroom. I can't go through this door. That stupid lizard is there. And so then I was like, is it moving? So I kind of tried to wave my hand around, and then that's when I discovered that it was just a shadow. I was like, go to bed, Cheryl.
I hate when shadows are scaring me like that.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm done with that one too.
You're done with that one too? Oh, I guess
Yeah.
you have just enough time for your giveaway.
Yes. So let's see. You tell me, if you would please, how many people?
So Anna says the space needed for so many things is ridiculous. Videos, photos, software, and my husband who games was like, yep.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see.
It's bad enough when the spare chair of stuff looks like the sleep paralysis demon. So we have a black dog at my house. And I love my black dog. But we joke that he's a bear because he's a Newfie crossed with like a border collie. And so he just like he lumbers. And it's so funny because when you see them like showing pictures of bears just kind of randomly just walking through the woods and they just kind of lumber, that is what my dog does. And he's black. So all of a sudden in the middle of the night, you'll see this black shadow interrupt the nightlight. And you're like, what the heck is out there? What is going on? And then it's just my dog. You'd think I'd be used to it at this point. No, no, years has not been enough time to get used to it yet.
All right. So let's see.
I
A little
show
scratch piece of paper here.
we've got Anna and Brenda and Lynn and
Okay, so it
Renee in
looks
the
like
comments and Jan.
okay. Brenda,
I
Renee,
think so. Anna, Brenda,
Jan.
Lynn, Renee, Jan. I'm asking them, am I missing anyone? I got you 5, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's how many we got. Boom, boom, boom.
That's how many I got.
Okay.
You could roll a dice.
I could, but I'm going to use a random number generator.
You can do a picker too. I just was like, there's 5. The dice has 6
There's
sides.
5.
You could roll a dice.
So I've got Brenda as 1, Renee as 2, Jan as 3, Lynn as 4, Anna as 5. Okay.
It got awful quiet. Did my thing stop working?
Generate.
Okay.
Number 2, Renee.
I don't know. Cheryl?
What? What?
I think Courtney's lost audio, so
Oh,
we can hear her.
but she can't hear us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. So,
I
I'm gonna
suddenly
say
lost volume. I don't know why.
the winner was number 2, Renee.
I got smart. I turned it on at the YouTube channel.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
You never win anything. Okay. Just send me a private message at the forum and let me know which template pack you want. And I'm going to do it again. And that gives me
Yay, Renee!
number 5, Anna. So Anna, if you would just message me at the Sweet Shop forum and let me know which template set you want, I'll get that sent to you. Okay. I'll just send you the links. Well, that was fun. Yay!
Yay, Anna!
Yay.
Congrats, Anna. Winner number 2. She said, what did I win? You won a template set of your choice from my store. So you just decide what you want and just send me a message. And I should have those for you tonight. So you can play this weekend. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Well, I think that's it for us tonight. And we will be back on Sunday afternoon.
And there's only like 11 billion to choose from.
Oh, yeah. Well, we revamped Scrap to Escape. So it's new, kind of. And then there are 7 brand new packs that I released. So, but you can pick something old, doesn't matter. And I will also include my shadows in that as well, if you would rather have the shadow style set instead of a template set. All right. Well, I'm so looking forward to Sunday. Oh, did I lose you again?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't hear Courtney anymore.
Roster.
She's gone. She's gone. Okay. Let me tell you what time, because I keep forgetting, because it's an afternoon. Sunday, May 4th, 4 p.m. Eastern. So that's when we'll see you next time. Congrats to the winners, and I hope y'all enjoy scrapping. Bye.